In the lead up to World Veterinary Day, Melbourne's Lord Smith Animal Hospital is calling for an end to rising physical and verbal abuse against staff. Dr. Jessica Wild, Chief Veterinarian at the Lord Smith. Doctor, we're surprised by this. Are people agitated and aggressive to vets?
Yeah, look, absolutely. This has been a problem that's been going on for quite some time, but we're definitely starting to see a rise in the amount of occupational violence and aggression that we're seeing in the industry.
And Doctor, it's also surprising to read that vets aren't necessarily happy. I would have thought that the vets would be amongst the happiest amongst professions.
Yeah, no, I think there's that sort of common belief, obviously, that our jobs are filled with puppies and, just getting to hug animals all day. But unfortunately, the realities are that most of the time animals are coming to the vet because they're unwell and sick. And that often means that they're coming to the vet with owners that are stressed. And that's, definitely the realities. When something that we love is unwell, we do get really stressed and really, worried about what's going to happen next. And so our vets are not only obviously having to deal with that sick animal and trying to get the best outcome, but also trying to counsel a client and an owner through a very difficult time.
Okay, this is very strange. When I went to university several centuries ago, Doctor, the number one most difficult degree to get into was vet. Is that still the case?
Yeah, look, still very much the case. We are, it requires a particular type of person. Not only do we have to, I suppose, have that incredible intelligence to be able to work across multiple species, but we also need to have people who are incredibly empathetic and able to really adapt to a very changing environment on a daily basis. So still very difficult to get into. But our main problem is there's not as many people wanting to get into the field because of the emotional struggles and because of the struggles on a daily basis around occupational violence and aggression. And we need our vets more than ever.
Right. And what percentage of vets would be described as either a small animal practice or a large animal practice? I mean, in other words, are there vets who do it all?
Yeah, definitely. So we have mixed animal veterinarians, so veterinarians who will see both large animals and small animals. We have, just vets that do small animals. We have just vets that do exotics. Look, there's a wide range of vets who doing different roles, but obviously pet ownership has increased dramatically, especially post-COVID. Obviously, a lot of us got pets during that time. We're actually now starting to see a peak. With that pet ownership climbing, we're going to need our vets more than ever. So we need to be doing everything we can to keep them in profession, and treating them with kindness and respect is just one of those things that we really need to be focusing in on.
So, Doctor, I can imagine if wanting to be a vet because you love animals, maybe the bit that you forget is that you have to actually deal with the owners of the animals.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, I think that's why a lot of people get called into it. They want to work with animals, but I think our veterinarians in particular need to be able to do both and do both really well. That human-animal bond is just so critical, and so you are really bridging that gap and helping people and pets stay together. That One Health perspective, our animals are so critical to human health as well, and veterinarians more than ever are really needing to focus in on that One Health perspective.
10-second answer, Doctor. What's your favourite animal?
Oh God, that's putting me on the spot. But look, I am a really big dog person. I do love.
What's the best dog?
I do love a large breed dog. Look, I don't think there's a best dog, but I am partial to golden retrievers because I do have some of my own at the moment.
There you go, Doctor. Thank you very much, Dr. Jessica Wild, Chief Veterinarian at the Lord Smith.